Are you ready for a taste of spring? We've got baking a tasty Easter carrot cake. It all starts right now on Good Things Utah.
Easter's right around the corner. The holiday is full of spring treats, and Cherie Mull joins me now to show us how to make a carrot cake. So Cherie is from the Sugar Bee Bakery, one of my favorite places to go. Anytime I'm doing a birthday party for my kids, you see that I've gotten the cake and the cookies and everything from Cherie. So she already is great at decorating, but it's also how delicious her recipes are. And I've been dying to get this carrot cake recipe, and we're giving it to you right now. So where do we begin?
Okay, so you're gonna have to do a little bit of prep work first. So the first thing you're probably gonna wanna do is you're gonna peel your carrots and then grate them. This is gonna be 3 cups of carrots. And then from there, we're gonna do a little prep work on this too. So I did this ahead of time because I didn't want to get the food processor out. But you've got a 1/2 cup of raisins, a 1/2 cup of coconut, shredded sweetened coconut, and my favorite brand is Baker's. It's the most moist, it's really good. If you can't find it, it's okay, but it's my favorite. And then a 1/2 cup of walnuts. You're gonna mix those together, pop them in food processor or a blender until it comes out looking like this.
Okay, so this is the consistency
really
you're wanting to get.
I love this because I love carrot cake, but I hate biting into a big raisin or a chunk of walnut. This gives you all that yummy flavor and the moisture, but without the big, huge chunks of walnuts and raisins.
So a little bit better of a texture. I love that.
Yes. So then we're gonna just get started on mixing. So we're gonna do our dry ingredients and set those aside. So we've got 2 1/4 cup of flour. That's for Utah. If you're not in high altitude, you could probably take that down to about 2 cups. And then we're just gonna add a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of baking soda, and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. And you're gonna mix this up and then just set that aside for a minute. And then just like any other cake, we're gonna start with our sugar and our oil. One thing I love about this recipe, actually, I have some friends right now that are nursing and can't do milk products. And so this carrot cake is awesome. The frosting and the fillings are not dairy-free, but the cake itself is dairy-free, so it's great.
Okay.
So we've got 2 cups of sugar in here, and we're just gonna go ahead and add a cup of oil. It's kind of a lot, but we're not doing butter or buttermilk,
so it'll make up for it. It's fine.
It'll be fine, and it's delicious. Okay, and then you're just gonna mix this up until, I would say creamy, but oil doesn't get creamy in the same way that butter does. So just until it's well mixed and smooth. So I'd say that's pretty good. If you have more time and you're not doing this on TV, you can take a little bit longer.
But that's kind of the consistency you're wanting right there.
That's gonna be fine. What's going to be more important is after you add your eggs, to get the creaminess after you add your eggs. So we're going to go ahead and add 4 eggs.
I'm going to help you.
Yes, that would be great. And in fact, you want to add the eggs because I'm going to start mixing them one at a time as we go. Perfect. Thank you.
So that's getting more of the creamy mixture in there because now the eggs are in.
Yeah, once we get the eggs in, it'll get nice and creamy, and then it'll start to look a little bit more like a normal cake batter that you're doing with like your buttermilk and your typical ingredients. Or even cookies. You know, when you do cookies, you're always going to mix your butter and your sugar first, and you want it to get nice and creamy. So same idea here. You want it to get nice and creamy. And we're not going to overkill it today, but I would say this is starting to look pretty good. You could go a little bit longer if you have more time, but this is going to be just fine. Okay. So there you've got your eggs in here, sugar and oil. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to add in our dry ingredients now. I didn't mix that cinnamon in very well, apparently.
It'll add an extra roasted flavor for someone.
Yes.
That'll be amazing.
And I probably should have started with saying you're going to want to preheat your oven to 350. Get your cake pans ready. You can either grease and flour them or parchment paper. For the cakes that we're decorating later, I did 3 6s and then filled a sheet of cupcakes, just 12 cupcakes. But you can do either 3 8s, which is kind of like a standard birthday cake, or 2 9-inch, or even a 9 by 13.
Okay. So we've got this and we're mixing it all together. Once this is all mixed up, what else do we add to it? Is that when we're going to put in?
Yep, so the last thing we're going to put in is the carrots and the nut mixture. And it's pretty easy, and that'll be it.
And this is delicious. I am so excited because keep it right here. We are not done. We'll be frosting this cake and showing you amazing decorations right after the break. Welcome back. Before the break, Cherie showed us how to make this carrot cake, and now it's time to finish it up. So Cherie, you've got a couple different options that we're going for today for a fun Easter cake. So where are we beginning?
Okay, I'm feeling ambitious. We might not get through all of them. So we're gonna start with this bunny cake. I think you've probably all seen that classic unicorn cake on Instagram or Pinterest. So we're gonna do our bunny version. So I just made these out of fondant. I made them ahead of time, and a great way to do that is to make your template on some parchment paper or something so that you know what you're cutting, and then trace away. So we're gonna start with our ears. I made a cute little nose.
Oh, and it looks almost like a little heart. This is so
It does. So I just made it to look like this might not stick very well. I kind of need to get it wet, but because my cake has been sitting for a while. So we're gonna maybe need to get some water on that. But we'll get our little feet on. If we can get a tiny bit of water, I'll get.
Yeah.
And then
You put those on. I'm gonna grab a tiny bit of water.
perfect. Okay, we're gonna get our eyes on, and I'm gonna see if we have time for frosting. So typically when I'm doing this at home, I'm working on a cake that has fresh frosting, and your fondant will stick on a lot easier. When your frosting has been sitting for a while, like mine has, you might need a little bit of water on the back. Perfect. And I'm gonna have you do the same thing on my eyelashes, so we can stick it on. The other thing is, sometimes at home, if you don't want to work with fondant, I'll just paint the eyelashes right on. Oh look, guys, this is not wanting to stick, but I promise it's really cute. So, and then once you get your little decorations on, we're gonna get our eyelashes wet so we can get those on, but since we're working in a hurry, we're just gonna pipe some cute little swirls of frosting. And you can kind of do it however you want. I've got a few colors here, and we're gonna do some little flowers and some little swirls.
I love the spring colors. You're getting these pastels in there, and it just gets you in the mood for spring.
It's gonna be fun.
I don't trust myself to put this eyelash on. Do you
Okay,
trust me?
I'm gonna put that.
I can't even put eyelashes on myself, so I don't know if I can put it on.
As long as you can get it wet for me. So I'm just doing some little rosettes with the frosting here. They look a lot more complicated than they are, but they're really quite easy. And we're gonna use a few colors. We're gonna do a couple leaves when we're done with this. Sorry, we're trying to speed decorate here. If I were doing this at home,
This is what's so impressive, is that you can speed decorate and get things in there.
Well, tell me it's impressive after we're finished. It might not look that great. We'll see. Okay, we're gonna get a few leaves on it.
Okay, I'll try to do an eyelash.
Okay.
Unless, do you have faith in me to do this eyelash?
Well, yeah.
Okay, yeah, she
Let's
does.
take
She
it.
does not. That is the answer to our question.
I love you. Oh, and it's a little juicy, so we're having a little bit of a runny.
A rundown.
Yeah.
You know what? It's a real life bunny. It's a bunny who's keeping it real when she puts her lashes
I'll
on.
let you get this one wet.
Okay, awesome.
It's true. And when you put a little bit of water on, when you're doing it at home, you don't need very much water to stick your fondant on. Just a tiny bit.
Well, sorry, Cherie. I was just feeling a lot of pressure to try to make sure we're getting these eyelashes on.
I know. Well,
Oh, I love that you've been
getting ready
adding
for the
the
show.
it's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh, we
I
put
did
that
it
the wrong
backwards.
way.
It was so beautiful until I messed it up. Okay,
It's
let's
okay.
hop to the next
Yeah.
one because we'll finish up
Okay.
this.
So this next one, here it is. This next one, I think a lot of people have also seen this cake. It's the little speckled cake with the nest on top with the little candy eggs. So this one, I just mixed together some cocoa powder and some vanilla, and I'm just using a paintbrush, and we're gonna literally just splatter it.
Well, I want you to come right here to this. Oh yeah, so people can see the technique you're actually using. You're holding the paintbrush.
I'm just flinging away here. And so once we get this on, there are a couple really fun ways to do these nests, but I was going for ease. And so I just went ahead and toasted some coconut. And so we're just literally gonna put a nice little pile of coconut on top, and then a few eggs in it. And then if you have time and you want to, let's get some of these blue ones on here. You can take some more of your coconut and kind of make a cute little border around the bottom.
See, I was a little overwhelmed by the fondant, so I feel like this is more a Jessie approved. You've got different levels of cakes. You can still make it look fun and festive. If you're feeling overwhelmed by fondant and putting on fake eyelashes on a cake, which I can't do, this is more up my alley.
This is easy. And the last one, if we have a minute, we're gonna do another super easy one.
Okay.
This one, you have to get a little bit comfortable doing a drip. So we just made this ganache during the break, and really all it is chocolate chips and heavy whipping cream. Just melted and mixed together. You can do your whipping cream on the stove and then pour it over your chocolate chips and let it set, or you can pop it in the microwave at like half power and just wait until it melts, and then just whisk it away. So, sorry, I'm kind of speed here. So we're just gonna go ahead and do a quick little drip, and then we're gonna cover the top of the cake. We're gonna add a bunny and some grass, and it's gonna be easy peasy.
So I feel like you're seeing these drip cakes everywhere, and they just look so fun. They almost look gourmet to have the drips to it.
It does, and the drips are so much easier. Look, my hand's even shaking, and I can still do a drip. So
I thought that was your technique. I thought it was your technique.
I wish that was my technique.
Because it's looking really good.
I think it's just the nerves, apparently. But hey, it's still working. And you can do different lengths of drips. Longer. Okay. And so, there we go. So now that we've got it down the sides, we're just going to add a little bit on top here. And we're going to smooth it out. I'm just going to kind of pour for speed. There we go. And I'll take my little angled spatula, and we're gonna go ahead and smooth this out. We're gonna give this a minute to set before we can add the final decoration. So while we're doing that, maybe we can finish our cute little bunny over there.
Yes, I've got the lashes ready. I actually was about to try myself, and I decided that was a horrible idea. So I left it up to you.
Perfect. Okay. And like I said, you can, if you don't want to work with fondant, you actually can do, ooh, I'm dropping my fondant.
I broke it. I broke the eyelash, everyone.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It's so adorable.
It's still going to be cute, even if it's a little bit broken.
But that is why you don't have me make your cake. You have Cherie make your cake, which is something you actually can do. You can actually order these cakes and so much more
and
for
when
Easter
we're
from
typically
Cherie.
not doing these in 5 minutes on TV, they're going to look a little bit cuter, I promise.
I don't know. I like a floppy ear.
Oh yeah, I like a floppy ear too. But these just need a little bit longer to set. I made these last night. I should have made them a day ahead of time.
Ooh!
Hi, floppy ear.
It's my kind of bunny. I'm not kidding. See, I just think it's so much fun to do it. Okay, so what are we putting up on top of this one?
So this is just one of those Lindt chocolate bunnies. And we're gonna go ahead and just stick this guy right on top. And this is gonna be a little melty because our ganache hasn't totally set yet. But I'm just gonna add a few little patches of grass, which are probably gonna melt in my chocolate.
That sounds delicious, Cherie.
Yeah. And then we'll add a few of these little eggs. So you'll have kind of like a bunny in the grass with some eggs.
See, it's so festive and also so delicious. That's what I love is all of your cakes are made from scratch. All of your cupcakes, you can get delicious fillings and the prettiest cookies. I order them for all of the bridal showers I throw. So if you want to check more tips out from Cherie and get more inspiration, follow her on Instagram at The Sugar Bee. You can also find her on Facebook at the same address. Thank you so much for being here, Cherie, and making all this amazing beautifulness and somehow doing it in 5 minutes. You're incredible.
We did it kind of halfway, but it's done.
No, it is perfect. Well, up next, making sure sick kids get the right medicine and dosage. Stick around.